Let's give him a warm round of applause. Tony Alden.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm loud, so that's cool.
Another round of applause for Tony.
Thank you very much. It is an honor to be here. It's my first time, and I really appreciate it. I read my first poem at the age of 7 and had my poetry bell rung. I now have 7 times 7 poems tattooed to the tip of my tongue. I've always loved rhyming with poetry ever since Dr. Seuss when I was young. I want to be a poet with a job application. I love the way that poetry can paint that. I'd like to thank Marguerite and Renee for voicing that. I speak in lingua franca. Local poets are my heroes. The art exhibition of the dead in my head are Picasso's, Frida Kahlo's, and Miro's. I've got the spirits of dead poets in my head. When I close my eyes, I see them. Like last night, they sold out an open mic at the Oakland Coliseum. Miguel Piñero tocando lo cuero, Pirito Mas reciting verses, Rene Yanez pintando Frida Kahlo on stage, and with each paint stroke, his love disperses. With each paint stroke, his love disperses. I've got James Brown and Prince living on the funky graveyard side of my mind, where the smell of funk is in the air and the music's not hard to find. Where James Brown and Prince don't care that they're constantly on rewind, played over and over and over again until they blow my mind, until they blow my mind. I saw her at an open mic poetry reading in San Francisco. I sat all alone in the very last row of the place. When she spoke poetry into the microphone from across the room, I felt her warm embrace. My heart pounding, palms sweating, too shy to look up at her face. But that night she featured, I had a whole 15 minutes to feel her warm embrace. I wish I wasn't so shy and could look up at her face. Maybe next time. Damn. I wonder when she's reading again. It's probably on Facebook. But I don't have Facebook. Now I have to get Facebook. Damn you, Facebook. At the age of 8, the police broke down our door with a battering ram and pointed guns at my papi's face, wearing thick black bulletproof vests. Then I heard their walkie-talkies say, "Stand down, disengage, we've got the wrong address." I remember that day. I remember after that day, both my parents were a mess. Papi used to say, "Mijo, many of us are used in the U.S. That's why we're confused in the U.S. And sometimes told him, "Thought we are less in the U.S. But that mijito, that they'll never confess." You know, I'll never forget that policeman's face with the thick black bulletproof vest. Now let me get this off my chest. In this land called our country, I can't believe the things I see. So much police brutality, so much police brutality. Police in blue, I speak to thee. Serve and protect, but don't beat me. Serve and protect, please don't beat me. For 7 days and 7 nights I dreamt of a heavenly queen to touch. Lord, can I not be happy? Am I asking for too much? Just the other night I dreamt that God was my best friend. Then had visions of 7 nightmares that I would not see him in the end. For 7 days and 7 nights I thought I really wanted to die. Until cancer paid me a visit. And I looked the Grim Reaper in the eye. For 7 days and 7 nights, me and my Ouija board spoke to the dead. I felt my abuelito spirit inside me and him whispering in the 7 holes in my head. "Antonio, stop hanging out on the streets with those bad boys, mijito. You're gonna end up dead. Okay, abuelito? Okay." Nothing more needed to be said. A young boy comes home with dreams of being a poet. Mommy, I'm home. Oh, you left the door open again. Bobby's gonna get mad. Hurry up in the bathroom already, Mommy. I gotta pee. No, I didn't drink Kool-Aid after school again. I have to pee because I'm excited about my homework. I have to write a story about what I'm gonna want to be when I get bigger like Bobby, so I could have a lot of money, so I could buy you a big house like Bobby's always talking and dreaming about, and buy me a lot of Hot Wheels like I'm always talking and dreaming about. I know what I want to gonna be when I get bigger, and how I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna be a poetry man like Bobby. They don't make a lot of money, Mommy? Then I could do two jobs like Bobby. I could be a poetry poet man and an activism activist man. Huh? They don't make a lot of money either, Mommy. Then I could do three jobs like Bobby. I could be a protesting protester man too, Mommy. How much does a protesting protester man make? Huh? If you tell me you'll start to cry? Please don't cry, Mommy. What else do I want? I want you to hurry up in the bathroom, Mommy. I have to go pee. And years later, I was still perplexed by the question, what do I want? I want what I cannot have nor cannot see. I want the world and eternity. I want to run wild and be free. Don't want no one bothering me. I want a ticket on a JetBlue plane. I want to listen to breakup music without feeling pain. And want every man, woman, and child suffering from a mental health illness to please stop being called insane. I want to know how homelessness could exist in a rich-ass city like this, where most people live every day like it's a second Christmas. I want back my old neighborhood. I want back my youth. I want to be angry. That's the truth. I want some justice. I want no lies. I want no funerals. I want no cries. I want all men to experience the blind. I want them to see that beauty's in the mind. I want all my memories. I want all my knowledge. I still want to know why I can't afford college. I want to know who, what, where, why, and when the good life begins and the hood life ends. I want to know. To you, all my words I give my words to you all. I mean what I say and say what I mean. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired and wondering why. I'm always wondering why I'm fixed up with people that are mixed up. I mean, I know a little something about a little something and a whole lot of shit about a whole lot of shit. But right now, I'm not even close to being close to explaining what I'm trying to explain. Maybe it's because I'm the type of man that knows a little bit about everything and everything about nothing. Now, the heart knows that people want to be wanted, need to be needed, and would love to be loved. You know, when I was a boy, I sometimes wished to be a man, and now that I'm a man, I sometimes wish to be a boy. ¿Me entiendes? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Racing big wheels down hills, not worried about all these bills. Playing with bed sheets for a tent, not worried about paying the rent. Having fun with my papi when he wasn't drunk in bed. Like when I was a little kid on Halloween, when he helped me transform into Superman from Clark Kent. I lost the other page, but it goes like this. A couple years later after that, Mom sent him packing, and with his bottle of Bacardi, off he went. I was left with my super mom, and she had her little Puerto Rican Clark Kent. Changing the pace, ghetto sexy. Her scent was California cannabis. Her kisses were delicious. Her tongue-tied mind and chronic twist, and we'd be guilty of being vicious. She became addictive, and I became addicted. Her wet text had me wanting, her next text and all my wanting had this body constricted. Each text an aphrodisiac for the next. Was it love, lust, or witchcraft, because I felt hexed. Fake gold hoop earrings, Latina hips, lips cannabis scented. She moaned in vowels and syllables indigenous Indias had invented. She walked in ghetto verbs while smoking herbs so sexy and sweet, and made love as if possessed by a Yoruba and West African beat. She made sidewalks blush, pedestrians hush, as she walked down the street, and was never ever in a rush, just ghetto, sexy, and sweet. Who am I? Who are you? Do I know me? Do you know you? Do any of us even really want to know, or are we just afraid? Afraid of the truth. Some say the truth can really hurt, others say the truth will set you free. Whatever that means. Who am I? Am I the weak father who walked out on his wife, gave up on life, looked his little girl in the eye and said, goodbye? Who am I? Am I the bastard delinquent child my mama couldn't handle, the good boy gone bad, the bad man gone mad, a strung out dolphin in a rush to reach the pearly gate? Am I Catholic, Baptist, gay, or am I straight? Who am I? Will I find out too late? Am I a Santero, Conguero, a Taino chief, or just some Puerto Rican spick filled with grief? Am I high? Am I low? Or just some guy you call bro? Yo, as if I was freaking John Doe. I have a name too, you know. Who am I? Where am I to go? And is it true? Could I be the illegitimate son of a Puerto Rican hoe? I don't think so. Who am I? Am I a part of the old status quo with a new revelation? And what shall be my occupation? Who am I? Can anyone save me? Or if I reach out my hands for help, will you just enslave me? Who am I? Immigrants, oh we won't leave the mission or flee the country. Immigrants, oh we no nos vamos, nos quedamos aquí. California was Mexico before it was Cali. Latinos are the colors of the rainbow. I said the rainbow, yo. Latinos are blanquito, negrito, trigueñito, and afro-bro. Afrolistic, realistic, simplistic, always mystic, always real. Really real, sometimes too real. Always told, we love to steal. So some Latinos become angered. So angry and angered, some have become endangered. Or misinformed, uninformed, and uniformed into the penitentiary, right into the next century. Others misinformed, uninformed, and uniformed into the war, turned into Uncle Sam's whore. Latinos, I can't take it no more. I said the U.S. military. Well, we're first on the front lines, first to die, then we have to bury. Have you seen how many Latino soldiers are in your national cemetery? We're used in the U.S., abused in the U.S., confused in the U.S., and told we are less in the U.S. Come on, system, confess. We've been infected, rejected, corrected, and almost never elected, yet always selected to clean those pissed on urinals and shitty stalls. We are the Latina nannies that wipe the mierda out of El Presidente's grandchildren's drawers. Then kiss his ass to cut his grass for a visa pass. Latinos are runaway slaves with eyes open wide and no place to hide. Latinos risk their lives to reach the U.S. and can't come inside. Latinos are young men and women who serve this country with pride. We're here, there, and everywhere. Tall, short, bald, and even Indio looking with long hair. We rock the baggy pants, love music and dance, and we're born to romance. Latinos can become what we dream. We can become what we dream if given a chance. Latinos are stars, sports stars, movie stars, and superstars like Celia Cruz. Latinos influence people around el mundo like Orquesta de la Luz. Latinos are united farm workers, teachers, preachers, activists, poets, your sisters and brothers. From now until infinity, we are you and you are we. Straight, queer, and LGBT, and will forever be in this country. And we spell Latinos L-O-V-E. Come on, y'all, say it with me. Latinos!